Hey, we find out, can you beat Fallout New Vegas with only companions? And now there's a special glitch where you can get all the companions at once. And I decided to do that glitch and to only use them to fight. For my name, I picked Friends because, well, I'm gonna have a lot of friends. Me and Doc Mitchell talked a bit. I got to make my character. I made him look emo and cute with that pink cute hair. I don't know. Now, since I'm not fighting, strength and endurance mean literally nothing to me. So I put my point into luck and intelligence and charisma. So I can convince people to be my companions, and I can be quite lucky with some loot and things of that nature. I can also gamble, which is very nice. After that, I talked to Doc Mitchell, and Doc Mitchell then sent me off. Then I decided it was time to get to know Goodsprings and things of that nature. Well, while I was in Goodsprings, there was a little problem going on there. There was these people known as the Powder Gangers that wanted to wipe out the town, so I decided to help. And by help, I mean I hid in a little basket and hoped I didn't get brutally murdered. Luckily for me, the Powder Gangers are too dumb to shoot my head that's just barely over the basket. So I just watched the town of Goodsprings fight the Powder Gangers for me. And Goodsprings does a pretty good job because the Powder Gangers are just a bunch of people with jackets and barely any armor. And yeah. After that, I decided to boost up my speech and get confirmed bachelors so I can get arcade when I flirt with them. Now it's time to get off to the glitch and to get to Booney. Now I could go through that, whole road and things, but there's actually a shortcut if you head through the Scorpion Valley. But there's lots of scorpions here. So the thing is, if you head through the Scorpion Valley, you can quickly get past the road and get past all the mountains and not have to worry about that long track. But to do so, you have to move through scorpions, like I said, which can be, well, kind of difficult. Although, even though I had my ups and downs, as long as you cling to the walls and just keep on jumping like that, not much will affect you. So yeah, I just kept jumping through the rocks, going through giant scorpions that could, sting me, fill me with poison, and eat me alive. Just a typical day in Vegas. That's what every Vegasite does. Is that Vegas Inn? What do they call locals of Vegas? I don't really know. Anyway, after that, I made it to the solar power plant, and then I met Booney, and I got him as a companion by doing his dumb little quests where I gotta avenge his wife. And for some reason, I can never, ever complete Booney. I complete all my characters, but I can never complete Booney, even when I look up what to do. I don't know why. Booney's just super picky, and I never get his cut screen ever. Booney hates me, I guess. Which I guess makes sense, because I'm not really that friendly with the NCR. I mean, who is, though? So yeah, after that, I got Booney as a companion, and I can now use him to fight for me, which is, yay, which is actually pretty good. Now that Booney was on my side, it was time for me to get Verostica to test out this glitch. I gave him some leather armor to make him look nice, since, I don't really need the armor myself. I talked to him a bit, managed to know how he felt, and I dismissed him. Because, well, to get this glitch, how it works is you need to get Veronica before you get any other companion, which I didn't know that because I was an idiot. I looked this up. Anyway, you're supposed to get Veronica, then you're supposed to go to 3 different locations and fill out all of her dialogue. Then she'll want to do something, and you say not now, dismiss her, and then when she's dismissed, you recruit her. And the game glitches and thinks she's dismissed, even though she's already your companion, which allows you to get another companion. And every time you want to get a new companion, you have to dismiss it. Let me show you the locations you have to go through. First, you have to go to Camp McCarran to get some of her dialogue. And yeah, she's just amazed at the airport, and she's amazed what the NCR can do, and it doesn't really matter what you say. All you gotta do is talk to her a bit, then you go to the Silver Rush and check out the building. After you check out the building, you talk to her, and she's like, wow, people have laser rifles besides the Brotherhood. And like it says, it doesn't really matter what you say. After that, you can go to the Fiend's Vault or go to Cottonwood Cove. I went to Cottonwood Cove after because, it was a lot easier. So yeah, like I said before, go to Cottonwood Cove, Camp McCarran, to Silver Rush. It doesn't really matter what order you go in, just do it. Or you can go to the Fiend's Vault and replace one of those things with that, and then she'll want to talk to you about something. And what you do is, you tell her, nope, go alone, screw off. Then, after that, you go to her, and you talk about what you want to talk about, and you say the same thing. You say go alone. However, there's something different. You see, you're supposed to dismiss her before you say that, and when she's dismissed, the game glitches and thinks she's off on her own, when in actuality, she's a companion. And this glitch right here makes it so you can get multiple companions, and this very glitch is how we're going to fight the game. Now, most of this video is me explaining this glitch, but I want to let you all know how it's done in case you want to do it for yourself. And anyone can do this, honestly. Anyone can do this glitch, and if I didn't explain it well enough, just look it up online. You can Google it like I did. There's a few channels that talk about it, and honestly, this is probably one of the most fun glitch I've ever done. But yeah, that's all you need to do. And every time you want a new companion, you have to dismiss her, then tell her to go alone, and then recruit her again, and you can get a new companion. However, this does not work for pets. This doesn't work if you want the Eyebot and Rex. You have to get them separately. This only works for human companions. But yeah, after that, as you can see, I was able to get her and Booney at the same time. So after that, I went companion collecting, and I went for Arcade, because Arcade's he's just a beautiful, handsome man. As I talked to Arcade, Arcade was like, yeah, I don't think I should go with you. So then I flirted with him and used that confirmed bachelor's perch to get him. Which, fun fact, you can get Arcade if you do the confirmed bachelor. And that's how I always get it, even if I have enough speech. Because, well, I like flirting with men. Men are just, you know, yeah. Because why not? It's a video game. I can be gay in a video game. Don't judge me. I hear you in comments judging me. Stop that. Anyway, after I got Arcade, Booney, and Verosika, it was now time for me to get Cassidy. Cassidy would kind of be the hardest one. I did all that quest and stuff, you know, off screen to get her. So yeah, after I got that, it was time for me to get Raul. I fixed up the little robot. I could have just had my companions get rid of Mistress Tabitha, but I like Tabitha. Tabitha is a cool character, so I gave her a happy ending. After that, I got Raul as a companion because, you know, and remember, you have to dismiss Veronica every time you want a new companion, then do the same trick, where you tell her to go alone to get her as a companion. After that, it was time for me to help out the Kings, baby, to get Rex, which I did that off camera so I can get the Kings. Alright. After that, it was time for me to do some quests with my companions. So, I went to Novak to try to clear out some ghouls. If you know what I mean, I'm a ghoul man. Me and ghouls get along quite well. And yeah, clearing out the ghouls in the rocket test site wasn't that hard. I decided to help them and launch them into space. I could be evil and destroy their rockets, but I decided not to do that. I also decided to let my companions deal with the Night King to see how powerful they are. And well, they're pretty good. I mean, just watch this. He doesn't even get 2 inches from me. After helping out all the ghouls, I then hit a button and watched them go out into space for the great journey, or whatever the heck they do. Hooray! Hooray! The ghouls are in space! Hooray! Yep, there they go, being launched off to space to never be seen again. They're very interesting. Anyway, after that, I went to Boulder City to get my platinum chip back. And I helped out the Great Khans and the NCR because, well, I'm a nice guy. What can I say? It pays to be nice, you know? Then after that, since the NCR liked me now, because I did a bunch of missions from off camera, I was able to use the monorail. And I went and met Benny. As I talked to Benny, Benny was all like, well, you know, he's Benny. No one likes Benny. So after that, I went to talk with Benny, and I had my companions take care of him because, well, why not? And with him gone, I went to Mr. House. Now, since, you know, to have Verosika, you need to keep the Brotherhood around. And the only way to do that is to get the NCR Yes Man ending. So obviously, I'm going to side with the NCR Yes Man. Just kidding, I sided with Mr. House anyway. Because, well, who needs Verosika? After all that, Booney decided to talk to me, and I decided to do some missions for the NCR. By missions, I was going to take down Kaiser himself. I wanted to test my companions to see how good they were. So, I decided to send all my companions to a mission to take down Caesar. As me and my men began to, you know, tear through Caesar's men, it was quite easy. Because, well, I didn't do anything. All I did was walk around and watch my companions do stuff. Like, the entire portion of this run. And this is probably one of the funnest runs I've ever done in my life. Because, I don't know, I just really enjoyed walking around and watching my companions fight. I just thought it was really funny and really enjoyable. I really highly recommend you do this glitch for yourself, because this glitch is very fun. I recommend all you do this challenge, where you let your companions do the fight for you, because it just, I don't know, it's just so fun to watch all your companions just beat down all these guys. Anyway, after that, I decided to do the most challenging challenge yet. Now it was time for my most challenging challenge yet, to clear out Deathclaw Valley. This is going to be hard for me to do, and by me, I mean hard for my companions to do, because, well, I don't really do much. My plan was to jump on these rocks so the Deathclaws can't attack me, so my companions can fight them. And since my companions are doing all the work, I can't really choose how they fight, because like in Fallout 4, you could tell them where to shoot or tell them where to aim. You can't really do that in Fallout New Vegas, so you're just kind of like, hey guys, do a good job. Hey guys, try your best, and all that stuff. And honestly, they were doing pretty well. As you could see, my companions were quite good at Deathclaw hunting. What can I say? But there was this guy called the Alpha Deathclaw that came in and clawed my companions like they're nothing but grilled cheese. Why would you claw grilled cheese? I don't know. That's probably a bad example. I don't know what you claw, though. So, yeah. After jumping on these rocks and looking at all my companions laying face first in the dirt, it was time for me to, well, run home, if you know what I mean. And by home, I mean back to the nearest town, so I don't get eaten. And yeah, running back was kind of challenging because the Alpha Deathclaw knew where I was the entire time. Apparently, I can smell blood or something like a shark. But anyway, after a while, I came back. And it was time for me to try for a round 2. Round 2, Electric Boogaloo, if you know what I mean. And this time, I was ready. I knew what to do. I was going to hide more, hide better, and let my companions do even more work. This Alpha Deathclaw was going to be nothing compared to my companions. The only problem was I had to walk for them to walk, which means I was in the front lines until I ran back, because I can't tell them all to go forward. And I tried to run back as my companions fought them, but for some reason this Alpha Deathclaw focused on me as I died. And then he died off camera. I reloaded, went back to the town, Alpha Deathclaw followed me, and he got destroyed. So then I teabagged him. Sadly, I didn't get his death on camera, but I did get the teabagging on camera, which was nice. And yeah, now we can cut to my companions actually doing work. I wish I could play music, like a montage. It's a killing montage, yeah! And as you can see, there's the Alpha Mother Deathclaw, who I tricked into running into a wall, so she gets blasted down. Take care of the Alpha Female Deathclaw Queen of Deathness 5000, it was time for me to deal with the boomers. And by deal, I mean run away. But I did get some praise from the NCR. If you wipe out the Deathclaws, you get 100 NCR dollars and some fame for the NCR. Basically nothing compared to what you went through. But hey, you do get fame, which I like the thought of people being like, did you hear about this one guy who cleared out a whole clan of Deathclaws? That's pretty menacing. I wish they would have put that in the news, like Mr. New Vegas being like, this one guy cleared out a whole clan of Deathclaws. Oh my god, what just happened? Now that would be interesting. Anyway, after that, it was time for me to make it past the bombardment, and yeah, it honestly wasn't that hard because my companions took most of the shots. My companions carried me this whole game, which, well, obviously they did. That's the whole point of the challenge. But like I said, this is probably the most fun challenge I've ever done in any of my videos. I'm not even lying. I really loved it. And it's just so funny watching them fight for me as I just hide behind a corner. I don't know what about it. It just makes me laugh every time. Anyway, after talking to Mother Pearl, I then went over and healed some people to help out the boomers. Did some quests here and there. I skip most of the quests. Used to be I showed all the quests I do, but it gets kind of repetitive, so I just kind of skip it. So yeah, after all those quests, I helped out the boomers, brought out the bomber for them, and then I went back to Mr. House, and he told me to check out the Omeritas. And you know how it is. You go in, steal this guy's lap book or whatever, blackmail him, and then talk about rebellion. And then after you do all that, you watch your companions slaughter the Omeritas, Big Saul and Little Sully, or whatever the heck their name is. You just watch your companions slaughter them like they're nothing. After taking care of the Omeritas, it was time for another threat to be dealt with. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, to be honest with you. I am a little nervous about this one, but I wanted to get the Mr. House in because I like Mr. House. So, yeah. Verostica let me in. I was scared if Verostica left, the glitch would end and all my companions would just run away, or the game would crash and I'll never be able to play it again, or something like that. But I decided to destroy the Brotherhood anyway, because I wanted the Mr. House in, and because, like I said before, I like Mr. House. Yeah, after destroying the Brotherhood, I leveled up, and I kept all my companions. And then Arcade began to talk to me about, well, bringing back the Enclave. And I said, you know what? That's cool. So I decided to bring back
Enclave, the great and glorious Enclave. Yeah. Too bad there's no President John Henry Eden in New Vegas. I would love to have a mod that adds him. He's literally my favorite character in Fallout 3. I love my John Henry Eden. One of the greatest characters of all time, in my opinion. Anyway, I then convinced the Enclave members to go against Caesar's Legion and not the NCR, and Arcade was like, thank you for doing this. What do I do now? I don't know how to fight. And I'm like, you should fight. And he's like, yeah, I'll fight for the Enclave. After that, I saved the NCR president, which is very nice of me, you know, because otherwise he would have gone to Kabui, and that wouldn't have been good for troops morale or literally anyone else. And after all that, it was finally time for the Battle of Hoover Dam with my companion army. I didn't know how this was going to go, but considering how he blew past death claws, I wasn't really too nervous. I installed Mr. House into the dam. He told me what to do. I fought my way all the way up to Caesar's camp. I got cool Enclave armor. I can't really fight, so it's kind of useless. Well, I guess it's not useless. I'm just a human shield in the front. I become the guy who hides in the back to the human shield, so I guess that's a good promotion. I don't really know. Let me know what you guys think of that promotion down in the comments below. Please, and thank you. After going past the Legionaries and watching my companions just absolutely destroy them, they just dogpiled them. Get it? Dogpile, because I have Rex. And somehow a Securitron followed me in. I don't know how that's possible. I think all my companions followed me in, glitched it so the Securitron could come in. I also had an Enclave soldier follow me in somehow. I didn't do that on purpose, I swear. I was just gonna roll with it. I was like, you know what? They're kind of companions, so why not? You know, why not? Then I decided to make a quick save to, you know, to be prepared for what was gonna happen. Then I walked up and saw him. The man, the god, the myth, the sexy Legate Lanius. As he told me he was gonna slaughter me. So then I was like, you know what? Your mask will be a good trophy. And he said, oh, you are such a silly Billy, trying to take my mask. Come over here, you. So then I just ran away as he chased me, as all my companions just fired upon him. Yeah, I've never had that Securitron follow me in. I don't know how that happened. This game became kind of cursed. So I just ran away, as luckily he only charged after me. If he went after all my companions, he might have stood a chance. But since he just charged after me, I just kind of ran away and took some stim packs. As well, Legate Lanius began to, you know, try to cut me down, as my companions all just shot at him. It even got to the point where Legate Lanius actually ran away. I'm not even kidding. You think the great Legate Lanius would never run away from a fight. But apparently, if you thought that, you would be terribly wrong about that.
As I then ran back to him and got him to chase me, as my companions did all the work. How dare you run away, Legate Lanius? I'm the only one who can run away. I'm the one who runs away. And yeah, Legate Lanius put up one heck of a fight, but he was put down after a while. And the fact that he lasted like a minute of just being shot at by like 80 people really shows how strong Legate Lanius is. Anyway, I took his mask as a trophy, just like I said I would, and then I walked all the way to the front gate, as it was time to meet General Oliver. And I could easily deal with him, but I decided to talk him out of it because I was nice. I used science instead of speech, which you can do by saying, hey, you think you can keep the dam open? He's like, what do you mean? Well, you guys don't have enough power for that. He's like, I guess you're right. Mr. House can keep it open. As me and him kept on talking, eventually, though, he would decide to leave. And as he left, Mr. House came in. And I proved once and for all that yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas with only companions. I really enjoyed this challenge. This is one of my favorites, and usually I would end the video off right here, but something crazy happened, so I decided to keep it going. As you can see, normal title screen. Look at that! It's an Enclave soldier. What? I swear I did not mod that. I swear I did not edit that. That just happened. Look, what is even happening right now?